Hello friends, how's everybody doing? It's your friend Jeff playing Ultimate General American Revolution. Now we're near Lake Ontario and we're about to attack Fort Niagara, whatever. The moment I stepped over here, they did a reinforcements, so I mean they're on the way. I don't know if they're gonna make it into this battle, but these two units were here, but there are two units that just got spawned here from a reinforcement, so it doesn't show that they're gonna get into the battle. And then this regiment here is for my reinforcement. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but let's see. I tried to do what I could do. A good bit of time has passed from the last video in the game anyways, and it's winter time now, so it's snow on the ground. And I had the cavalry in 2 regiments, and then I tried to pull somebody from far away to get here, so it took a very long time. And then once we approached, the game, spawned 2 regiments for them to have, but I don't think they're going to get into this battle, so if I can take these 2 out, then I should be able to handle the other 2. So let's hope that I can do that. So anyways, they're right here. Oh, and they got the fort here too. So that's going to be interesting. We're not going to want to get too close to the fort. So maybe we'll make them come to us. So yeah, that's might be the way to play it. So let me see if I can just kind of, I mean, maybe I could send my general to bait them if they don't come, but I think they'll come, right? Now what do we got? The general over there? Okay, so where's my cav? Okay, so he's over. What? Alright, so this, I'm stuck in the corner right here, so I mean, I don't know how this game is doing it to me, but okay, so then if those regiments are on the right of us, then we're probably gonna have to hold this here, so let's see. And it's nice that we're on a hill if we had a gun, but this regiment doesn't have a gun. Oh, so here's my cav. I'll put my cav right over there. And Arnold needs to get up to get over there. I guess he could go there. And now we got these guys over here, and we got 1 supply wagon. So I guess I don't have any guns with this group. I guess not. Oh well, no guns. So this is going to be a 2-part battle. I mean, not 2-part video, but a 2-part battle. So the first battle is to fight the regiment that's out here. And then now the one thing that I wonder what might happen is, if this one retreats, will it mean the fort will retreat too? Excuse me. I just don't know if that's going to happen, but anyways. Then we'll put the supply wagon there and we'll start the battle. Oh, and these guys were the ones that came from a long way, so they're exhausted. Which means 1 regiment against that, plus my cav. Now, like I said, we could try to bait them by having the general go out there. I don't know if they will.
Keep moving. Hold the line.
Let's see.
Advance quickly.
Are we going the wrong way? Are we supposed to be going this way? No, this is the border right there, so I mean... I was hoping to bait them. Okay, so this is a plan... This was plan A, I guess, and we'll have to go to plan B, I guess. I mean... I honestly thought that regiment... Because that regiment came out of the fort. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Alright, well, you know what? So now we're just gonna go... We're gonna go to the plan of... Just surrounding the fort, I guess. Ah, good. So I do have a gun. Alright, so then I'm gonna have to just play this by ear, I guess. They might retreat, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, they might. So I guess I'm just gonna bring my cav up the hill. Yeah, it's a shame. I hope they're not retreating. I mean, I know I got more than them, but they have 2 regiments that were supposed to come into the fort, but they didn't make it, so I mean, I attacked first. And if, you know, because you always try to do that, I guess, if you want to try to, you know, wipe a little bit of them out. That thins their numbers, and then we you know what I mean, because like I said, you know, fighting 4 regiments as opposed to 2, it's a big difference. And I probably would have still done this battle if they did have the 4 regiments, because I've got 1, 2, 3 regiments and then a cavalry. And as long as I play cautiously, I should be able to. So I want the cav back here. And so I'll take 4 infantry, and we'll go up here. Okay, so I didn't know about... Okay, so let me try to figure this out now. Alright, so we got these guys here. They can go to here. Now these guys can head over to here. And I want the ammo and wherever the cannon is. I don't know where the cannon... Oh, okay. Hey, so we got some over here too. Wow. Alright, well then, we got these guys. Okay, so, jeez. Alright, so then why don't you guys go over there? Now, of course, they might have their own gun, and they might be shooting at us.
Keep moving.
Yeah, this is not... I'm trying to organize this, but it ain't going right. Oh! Son of a gun. I can't believe it. Their skirmisher came out to shoot at my cav, and you know, this is ridiculous. I didn't even notice that. I am so glad I looked over here. There's no way one skirmisher should be able to take out 3 cav. Yeah, okay, thank you. Boy, that sucked. Look, I lost... My goodness. I lost 16 guys there, and one, you know, that is something else. Boy, that makes me mad. Okay. Alright, so you guys get the heck over there. Yeah, that makes me mad in some ways. Alright, you guys come here. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Let's see.
Victory or death.
Alright, so then you guys go there. Alright, we gotta do this the old-fashioned way and just go at them, I guess. Yeah, we'll just go get them because they're gonna be shooting their gun at us anyway, so we might as well just do that. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And that means just go right at them. What we gotta do is surround them. And okay. this is when the cav comes in. Oh man, these guys are gonna get away. Don't let them get away. Do not let them get away. I mean, this is why you want the cav in the battle, but you seen what happened when you're not paying attention to the cav. A skirmisher walked up to him and started shooting at them, and I didn't quite catch it in time, so I lost I lost like 15 or 20 calves, so that kind of sucked. But it is what it is. I mean, mistakes happen, and it costs you. That's what it does. Okay. So now we're going to capture the fort, and we're going to see if there's any supply in it. Yes, 99%. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. And this is the tip that I can tell you. Like, even from the start of the game, the very first fort that you meet usually has, 80 supply or something. So if your army is low on ammo, that one fort can, get you back up to 100% in ammo. So like I do in all my battles, even though this is going to be a short video, this is what I gotta do. So I'm telling the enemy to leave. I just do that, get them out of there. And then everybody is going to get into this fort. Even our supply wagons, because our supply wagons can get full, because not everybody's going to... When I capture this fort, and don't forget, there's 2 regiments outside of this fort that were supposed to, that were reinforcements. And so we're probably going to have to fight another battle. Because I don't know where else that they're going to go. They'll go to any... I mean, out there where this fort is, I don't think there's any place for them to go other than the last place that they have out here in the west. I mean, I honestly don't think... Because if they go... They're going to have to go east. And if they go east... They're going to run into some of the towns that I'm in that have low loyalty, so I have to keep a regiment there anyway. But if they get past that, then they can find an open place to go to, and that's the thing why I'm going to have to figure out this in just a moment. So Arnold was in the battle, and like I said, the only thing that I didn't like was the fact that these supply wagons are always going to say they don't have condition, but it is what it is. I don't think there's anybody else out there. Everybody is here. Or maybe this guy is not here. Let me see. Yeah, he's here. He's here. This guy is here. This guy is there. That guy is there. And this guy is there. Alright, so our condition is good, other than supply wagons, but supply wagons never change, so there we go. We got the battle. Alright, folks, they had 927 8 guns. They lost 5 guns. Don't ask me how that is, because it doesn't add up mathematically if they leave their cannons on the battlefield. It's one of my pet peeves on all of their games, is the simple fact that this report is not 100% correct. there's no artillery unit on this field that got away, nor did he, take his guns with him. And that little skirmisher that came out there shooting at my cav until I noticed it, that's where my 16 cav got killed. Because that skirmisher just walked out there, saw where the cav was, and started shooting at him, and I did not catch that. So I got to be careful with that, because, you know what I'm saying? Cav is cav, and you know what I mean? And this is because, and I'm going to tell you something, matter of fact, because I'll tell you one thing that I know about this, that the cav, of me losing that 16 cav, I'm not going to have enough dragoon weapons for it, because I only had 3 left, and I already lost 16, so, I'm going to be at a deficit. So that screws this, you know what I mean? If I didn't, okay, look, I put them over there. I should have put them further, I guess, because that skirmisher came out to greet them, that they saw him and stuff, and that was a mistake, because on retreating units, if you use your cav to go after them, they generally don't get hurt, usually. So, it was that one skirmisher just shooting at him, wailing at him, until I went over there to look at them, and gee, that really sucked. But it is what it is what it is. I always talk about different things, so, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I look at different things, I don't know. And like I said, this is still an easy campaign, so it is what it is. The only reason I don't play on harder difficulties is because at some points, getting Boston was pretty tricky, and just different things that happen. Okay, so. Oh, and they even have a native here helping them. Okay, looks like we're gonna fight again. We're gonna fight again, it looks like. So yeah, this is what you got to do. So the 2 regiments that retreated, they didn't give up, so they retreated, and then the 2 that were reinforcements came in and took over the fort. So we got 2 they're not 100% full, because they're only around 400 each. So they're not like, and by us, okay, and I'll tell you this, by us attacking this fort, they cannot resupply their fort. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already been resupplied from their fort, because I was already in this battle. But again, I'm gonna have to do basically the same thing, it appears, because of this, the way it went down. Now again, we know that they're not gonna come out, but maybe that native will come out. Maybe. So yeah. Yeah, and I wonder if they have a gun, or do they not have a gun. So I wonder if I put my gun up here, I can just shoot them maybe. So that's a possibility. Okay, then we have these guys over here. So let me start and pause, right? Because again, those are 2 fresh regiments that are in there, but they're not full strength of like 680 or something. And by us attacking the fort, they can't reinforce, they can't get resupplied, like to build up to 680, like. And so that's a good thing, because we're keeping the pressure on them. So I don't know if they have a gun, if one of those regiments had a gun. So we gotta find that out. But again, we don't we want to try to capture them. So let me see if I can develop something like, suppose these three go right here. We'll know if they have a gun. And suppose I put my gun up on the hill, and I'll need a supply wagon. So a supply wagon will go back up there to support the gun. And so if those guys are gonna go up there, then this one over here, he might head that way. And this group can go right there. And like I said, I'm just kind of... Hey, I have 2 supply wagons, actually. Okay. Alright, so then... And like I said, we all got ammo, because, you know, we just shot a little bit to start this battle. So we're all good there. So now I think what I gotta do is... this guy... Let's move him to there. Let's take this wing and move these guys to here, because what we're trying to do is surround them. And then these guys are gonna head to there, as well as my cav. And so the only person that I think I didn't take care of is wherever the general is, which he's way over here. So I think I'll put him up here on the hill with the gun. So I don't know if this is... I want to be able to surround
Advance
them.
quickly.
But again, the only thing that I'm not aware of is that native regiment might have like 3 companies in it of bows or something, and they'll come shoot at us. But nonetheless, I mean, you know, we either do what I'm doing. I either do what I'm doing, or I, you know, just go at it. But there's no sense. If I got a gun, I can blast them and things like that. But we can't see anything. But we'll see something soon. Yeah, we're just gonna try to fill this battle out. I don't know. Can you? You can't shoot him? Okay.
Push through.
Alright, so this ain't... Okay, hold on. Okay, so now... I think I need somebody over here. Somebody here. Somebody gets over there, and... somebody gets here, and then my cav... Where's the cav? Oh, and we even got these guys, so yeah, okay. So this group over there then. And then we'll have the fort surrounded, I think. Maybe the cav can go over here. And let's hope that a skirmisher doesn't come out to greet us. Alright, I want my cav right over there. And then we'll do what we gotta do. Like, if we have to attack them all at once, we will, but it looks to me like they don't have a gun, because otherwise I'd be hearing them shoot at me. And like I said, if this is boring to you, you can fast forward it. The only reason I don't go fast speed is because I just don't... you know, in case something happens, I need to see it. Okay, we're almost set up. Alright, we're gonna lock them in. Okay, we're just gonna go in, I guess. Alright, guys. Alright, just gonna get a cab over here. Get the cab over here. Get him! Oh. Get in there, boys. Come on, Cav, get him. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, sheesh. Yeah, so those natives were pretty tough in the fort, shooting those arrows and stuff. That was pretty tough. It took everything that I had to do that. Now, like I said, I could have laid back and just let this gun do some of the work, but again, it would take a long time, and so... Now, so the way this went, it was pretty tough to take a fort like that, but we did it. So I'd have to see on my cav. Okay, it looks like we got 3 of them. Oh yeah, and that was Milita. So yeah, we're gonna tell them to get out of the battle. And they already took the ammo, so I mean, doesn't matter, but... So yeah, so we only captured, it looks like we only captured 3 of them. Still 98% supply rate here. But at least now we got the fort. And the general, and that should do it. That should wrap it up. Just let them. And as long as this gun is 100% and everybody's got ammo, we can now go to the global map. And that should wrap this up. So they had 900. They had 641 that were killed and 179 captured. So that's just about their 900 right there, I guess. I had 16, 4, and 224. And I lost another 31 of my cav. And there was no cav in this one, so I'm not getting any dragoon weapons. So that just means I'm gonna have to switch to that other carbine, I guess. But, okay. So, yep. So that was interesting. They put the natives on the flanks of the fort, like on the top of there, and they're just flinging arrows at us left and right. That's when I decided to just charge in, and then I knew I had to bring in the cav, because without the cav to go into the center, I mean, I don't think it good. I mean, somehow, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so you. All right, let's see how this goes. Yeah, got you, you little bugger. You. Alright, thank you for coming in and fighting us. This might have wiped out the 4 regiments, or there's one native out here. Yeah, there is. There's one unit out here. Okay, so I guess the way I could look at this is, let's put, whoops, well, now what? Okay, international relations changes. Alright, let's just hover over this for a minute. Tensions between the France and Mayas will decline by that. Tensions between the Iroquois and the Cherokee will decline. Tensions between the Mayas and the Spain will rise. And tensions between the Cherokee and Britain will rise. Success on the frontier. After a valiant and determined effort, the Continental Army succeeded capturing the Fort Niagara from British control. Through steadfast perseverance, strategic maneuvers, and unity, the Patriots triumphantly secured the town, marking a significant victory in their fight for independence. We get some provisions, and we get some reputation. And now, I usually pause at this point, and I wonder if, let's see about this fort. Alright, so that gives me my cav in here to, and if we put this for momentarily priority, if we do that, they can start to build up. And so I think then, now Mac is down to 420, so he's kind of hurting. I'm wondering if I should put him in here and take, yeah, but see, I got this guy too, like, he didn't lose anybody. And my cav, yeah. So we got 43. If we have 43 weapons, just in case I run out, I'll do it that way for now. Alright, so I think, I don't know if, yeah, I just started into this battle for you to view, so I didn't get to show you the map or whatever, but, they had 2 regiments in here, and then they spawned 2 over here as reinforcements. And you've seen me do 2 battles for the same fort, and we got ammunition, so we're really good there. So it's November 1, 1770. Okay, so construction capital in Dover complete. Fort Niagara has captured. Construction weaver shop in Philadelphia complete. We could change the tax, but I'm at 3%. I don't. If I look at this, my taxes are 11,000, so at 3%. So if I go higher, but I mean, I don't know, because nobody writes any comments. So I mean, I don't know on the tax what you think we should do. So, but anyways, I don't think I should show any more gameplay because, you know, this is just going to be this here for this particular video. And to show you where I'm at in the game as of November 1 is we got this retreating unit here. And we don't know the size of him because he's way over here in the fog of war. I'm just going to say to you, so that way you know, if you're watching this, if for any reasons, I don't know. But the only British place left is this one right here. So that's the only place for him to go. He can't cross the water. And so if we come over here, you can see that I got Finley here, or Finney, and then all the natives are right here. They own all this. I got Randolph. I got Westall. Got Pitt. And we're holding Winchester without anybody there. We're holding this, but we need to be here because of the loyalties. So unless they walk all around here, there's no place for them to go until they get to Winchester or Alexandria. Then over here I got Dover and Cambridge, Baltimore, Philadelphia, York. So yeah, so a lot of these places are open, right? But as long as we don't have Roman British units going around, we're okay. And then as I look over here, I want to see if there's any invasions or anything, but and we're holding strong here in North Canada because there's a few times that they tried doing invasions here, but due to me trying to set it up and all that stuff, loading and stuff, that's been a problem. We only got 100 skirmishers in each of these because those militars are right here. And then I got my other cav, my new cav in here, along with one good regiment and then one militar. And then we just got the 100s here because we're just holding this. And I could make 2 regiments, but if you can see here, my army expenses are the highest it's been, 31,000. My financing is up to 20,000 though, so that's pretty good. That's the highest I've got that financing up to 20,000. And my taxes are 11,000, and my sea trade is hovering around that. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I only have one ship, and it's gonna be winter, so I don't think there's much gonna happen. And the next stage happens in the summer or spring or something. So I mean, we got a good ways to go. But that will give you, an update to this game. And I came out here and claimed this saw and hammer thing, so I got that. And I know there's one way over here, so I'll tell you what my plan is for the next couple months. If no invasion happens or no reinforcements or anything, what my plan is I'm just going to keep this little group headed to here, but they're going to have this regiment in there, and they're going to have time to, reinforce, but nonetheless, this is the only thing that the British own on the entire map, okay? It's the only thing that they own on the entire map. So I don't know if I were to show you this, because I haven't looked at this in a long time, but these blue spots are the natives. So anywhere where you see blue, it's the natives. But you can see, if I show you this, right? And that's red. So I don't know if that was a British place, but something happened to it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Because red is where you see is the enemy, right? But either way, that place is busted. So we need to send somebody there to sit on it for a day, and then we can claim it. And so my plan is that I believe I have 2 regiments. So if I go back to the map, I don't know if I'm strong enough to take the remaining 2 regiments along with the cavalry and the officer and take out this place. But if I could do it, that would leave me with 2 regiments, because I'm not going to count the cavalry. The cavalry is going to come back to where it can be with regular army and fight, but I need 1 regiment for this, and then the last regiment that I'll have, if he can come over here and get this, and then I'll have this whole map complete. And I can move my officer and my cav back to wherever they're gonna end up doing invasions on me and stuff. But that was the plan. And so this will update you and stuff like that. So you might see a video for this, or you might not. But at some point, if I do get all this map, I'll make a video to show you that I got the whole map. But again, this is all subject to change because an invasion could happen or something. Maybe invasions don't happen in the winter, but maybe they do. So I don't know what to tell you about that, but anyways, that's about as far as I can update you on this game. So anyways, no matter where you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, a great evening. Please take care of yourself, be kind to others, God bless to you, keep all religions equal. This is your friend Jeff signing out. Adios amigos and adios the lovely amigas.